You ever hear a story so wild, it makes you pause your scrolling and go, wait, that actually happened? A man, a bar, a plot to kill him, and a survival streak so outrageous he earned a name that would echo across time, Iron Mike. But this ain't Tyson. This is Michael Malloy, the man who just wouldn't die. Michael Malloy wasn't famous, wasn't rich, wasn't even remembered, until people tried to kill him, and couldn't. Born in County Donegal, Ireland, sometime in the 1870s. No birth certificate, no records. He came to America with calloused hands and a head full of hope. Worked the hard jobs. Weaker men didn't even attempt. He wanted to earn his way through life through effort and fair pay. Firefighter, street sweeper, laborer, wagon driver. Mike earned his pay with sweat and grit, but by the 1920s, the bottle got the better of him. The Depression hit hard. Jobs vanished. Rent skyrocketed. And Mike, like millions, fell straight through the cracks. He drifted through the Bronx like a ragged ghost. No home, no family. Just whiskey in his veins and a liver made of legend. But there was one place that didn't kick him out. A Bronx speakeasy run by Tony Marino. A bootleg joint. Dim lights, sticky floors, the kind of place where the beer came with floaters. Mike would stagger in, drink whatever was handed to him, often without paying, then pass out in a corner, snoring like a subway tunnel. Tony Marino had seen enough. The Depression was draining his bar dry, and Mike Malloy, well, Mike had become a walking liability. So Tony had an idea. What if, instead of losing money on Mike, he cashed him in, take out a few life insurance policies, list fake names, poison him quietly, let the booze do the killing. Payout, $3,500, a small fortune in 1933. In 2025, the policy would be worth an estimated $84,000. Besides, Tony had done it before. A year prior, Mr. Mariano convinced a homeless woman to take out an insurance policy and name him the beneficiary. A short time later, she was given too much alcohol, stripped, and doused in ice under an open window. Freezing to death, the medical examiner listed the cause as bronchial pneumonia. Mr. Mariano collected $2,000 and never looked back. So why not try it again? This time on Mike, who seemed to be an easy target. Boy, was he wrong. Marino couldn't do it alone, so he pulled in some friends, if you could call them that. Mariano gathered the murder trust, all equally as bad as the previous. Without hesitation, each agreed to the plan. Frank Pasqua, the mortician, promised forged documents and quiet burials. Hershey Green, former cabbie, still drunk. He had a car and zero conscience. Daniel Kreisberg and Joseph Murphy. Muscle, bad ideas, and not much else. They weren't Ocean's 11. More like Bronx's Dumbest Five. The plan was simple. 1. Keep Malloy drinking. 2. Let the booze kill him. 3. File the claim. 4. Split the money. But Mike Malloy wasn't just hard to kill, he was about to become impossible. Free drinks, open tab, let the man kill himself slowly. But subtle wasn't cutting it, so they brought out the heavy stuff, wood alcohol, methanol. 1 shot blinds you, 2 shots kill you. They gave Mike 6. He drank it like lemonade, sighed, wiped his mouth, and asked for another. The next night, the plot thickened. Shots weren't working. One of the brilliant 5 thought, let's try raw oysters laced with the wood alcohol. People say Mr. Pasquale came up with the idea after hearing about a man dieting from eating raw oysters with whiskey. Needless to say, that didn't work. January, Bronx, equals freezing cold. If methanol can't kill him, maybe let nature do it. With nights consistently minus 15 Fahrenheit, surely no one could survive the elements during these cold nights, and no protection. The plan: 1. Get Mike drunk. No brainer. 2. Take to snow. 3. Leave unprotected. After drinks, they drag Mike, blackout drunk, into Crotona Park. No shirt, chest soaked with gallons of water, dumped under a pile of snow. Next morning, the bar door swings open. In walks Mike, shivering, coughing, but alive and wearing a new coat. No one knew where it came from, a coat from heaven, a donation from death, maybe borrowed from another homeless man who unfortunately was not as strong and succumbed to the brutal conditions, only to strengthen the nickname, Iron Mike. Mike looked at Marino and said, "It's cold out there, Tony. Next idea, let's try deadly food again. This time, let's include items that no human can eat and survive." Frank Pasqua served Mike a sandwich filled with sharp and seemingly indigestible items. Rotten sardines, broken glass, carpet tacks. Mike ate the whole thing. No blood, no gagging, just a burp and a request for seconds. What are his insides made of? Steel? Iron, maybe? Next up, Hershey Green volunteered, said he'd run Mike down with his car. On one dark night, a well-inebriated and assisted Mike stumbled out onto a dimly lit road. With his target in sight, Mr. Green floored his early model gas-powered car, reaching a top speed of 50 miles an hour, big speed back then. Green slammed into Mike. Mike flew high into the air, then found the hood, followed by contact with the cold pavement. At this point, Green wasn't sure his attempt was successful. Still close enough, he decided to back up over Mike for good measure. Ridiculous. With Mike laying motionless, the squad thought to check their work, but quickly noticed an approaching car. They left the scene, unsure but confident. For days, they searched hospitals. Nothing. Day 3, Mike walked back in, bruised, bandaged, but thirsty. Every attempt failed. Every dollar wasted. The murder trust was falling apart. And Mike, still standing. So they planned one final attempt. And this time, they weren't taking any chances. Surely, Mike's lungs can't be as strong as his gut. His body, already badly broken and tattered from the failed hit and run. Maybe gas could succeed where nothing else has. Remember step 1, drinks until blackout drunk, with step 1 complete. They dragged Mike into the bar's back room with a few choice items carefully selected for the final evil attempt. Rubber hose, gas line, door sealed. One end of rubber hose shoved into Mike's mouth and the other end connected to a deadly gas port. Gas turned on. They waited. Minutes later, Mike was gone. February 22nd, 1933. Mike was laid down in the same dark, musty room as many nights prior. This time, he didn't wake up. Pasqua completed the death certificate as quickly as he could. Cause, lobar pneumonia. No autopsy, no priest. Just a quick burial in frozen soil. Done. Or so they thought. The insurance companies started asking questions. The whole plot came crashing down, fast, too many names, too many claims. And Pasqua? He bragged, told the wrong person. Of all people, a fellow Morticia. That person told the cops. Police had heard rumors, but this confirmed their suspicions. With the cops on the case, Mike's body was exhumed. Methanol in the gut, gas burns in the throat, broken ribs. The press went wild. The Rasputin of the Bronx. Iron Mike murdered for $3,500. But everyone just called him Iron Mike. Marino, Pasqua, and Murphy, guilty, each executed by electric chair at Sing Sing, each given the blessing of a quick passing not afforded to Mike. Green got time for his part. McNally turned witness and walked. Michael Malloy died with no money, no home, no one to mourn him. No obituary, no flowers, but Malloy's name survived. A legend was created. Not for glory, for grit. That's iron. Years later, the name Iron Mike would rise again. Mike Tyson, Brooklyn's own, born into poverty, raised by the streets, taught to fight by Customato, knocked out legends, became the youngest heavyweight champ in history. Tyson fought demons. Malloy fought death. Both survived. One Iron Mike fought to survive each day. The other fought to be the best who ever lived. Both were formed in iron. Both unbreakable. You can't kill what refuses to quit. What has been will be again. The past never stays buried. Like and subscribe, and be ready when the past returns.